Let me just say that choosing a camera to buy is one of the most delicate decisions you can make as a YouTuber or just a camera lover. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Oshov and I'm a content creator here in Lagos, Nigeria, and I create content related to everything that you guys see here on my YouTube channel. Now today, guys, as the title says down below, I'm going to be talking about this baby right here. This is the Canon EOS M50, and I'm going to be talking about how it is possibly one of the best beginner friendly cameras for YouTubers in 2020. Now I've had this baby for about 2 months now, and I have my thoughts on this camera and whether or not you should buy it if you're a beginner camera user, and especially if you're a YouTuber. Now this camera is packed with so much. Like, this baby right here can even shoot 4K. That's how packed it is. So if you guys would like to know my thoughts on the Canon EOS M50 and how it is possibly one of the best beginner friendly cameras for YouTubers in 2020, please do keep on watching. Let me just say that choosing a camera to buy is one of the most delicate decisions you can make as a YouTuber or just a camera lover, which is why there are a number of things to keep in mind before you purchase your very first camera, especially if you're a beginner. Now, one of these very important things is price. It's general knowledge that for you to get a great camera for YouTube, especially if you're a beginner, your price range will be between $400 to $1,000 and of course above, right? But you must know that if you want to get yourself a good beginner friendly, easy to use, that can still give you great content quality, it has to be between $400 to $1,000. Now, if you have not made up your mind on whether you want to get yourself a camera or you want to keep on using your phone camera, I have a video up here on YouTube where I talk about the differences that I have noticed between using my Samsung S8 Plus that I'm currently using to record right now and this baby right here, the Canon EOS M50. So I will link that video up here for you guys to watch and hopefully make up your mind. But for those of you that are actually looking at getting this baby, let's talk about some of the most sweetest things that this baby has to offer you. Now, this baby was launched in February 2018, and when it launched, Canon gave people the ability to buy either just the body or as a kit, with the kit lens and then the body coming together as a bundle. Do you understand? And then you can also get like the creators bundle on Amazon. It came in different variations just for you to pick as you like, but I went ahead and I got the full kit, the body and then the kit lens. This is the 15 to 45 EFM lens. Moving on, guys, so I'm going to be showing you guys some of my best features and functions that this baby right here does have. We're going to be doing it in the pros and the cons. Now, the cons are not necessarily cons for me, but a lot of people that have tried to use the Canon EOS M50 think that some of these functions should have been better. This is Canon's first attempt at putting 4K in a mirrorless camera. So this baby right here can actually shoot 4K, but I'm going to be telling you the but towards the end of this video. Now, the very first thing I really like about this camera is that it's very, very lightweight. I love that it has a grip where you can actually grip it, so you can actually hold this and you can trust that this will be secure in your hand. I also like that it's very small. It literally fits in my palm. Like, my palm is actually longer than this, so I can actually afford to hold this just anywhere I'm going, flip it out, take a picture, and then I'm good to go. Now, the next function that this has is that it comes with an electronic viewfinder right here on the upper part of the camera. So when you're in a place that is too bright and you need to take pictures, you can just look through the electronic viewfinder and take your pictures away. Now, the next function is that it does come with a flip out screen, which is amazing. It is fully articulated and it is rotatable, so I can afford to do this and go on vlogging my day. I'll be able to see myself, I'll be able to see what I'm doing. I love that the flip screen is also touch screen, so if I have really long nails, I can actually still work on my camera without feeling weird or out of place. Now, the next function of this baby right here is that it does come with an hot shoe mount, so this is where I can easily place my mic or I can place a small LED light when I need to film and it's outside. Now the next thing I really like about this is that it also comes with an external microphone, so you can always get external audio. Now let me just say that the audio that comes with the M50 is actually pretty good, but here's the thing: as a YouTuber, as someone who always wants things to be better, I have gone ahead and got myself an external microphone. But even if you can't afford an external mic, the moment you get this, you can still chill for a while and use the inbuilt microphone from this camera. Now the next function that this baby right here has is that it comes with an HDMI output that allows you connect through a cord from your camera directly to your laptop or to your TV. Now the next function that I also like that it comes with is that this comes with Wi-Fi. Now because of the Wi-Fi that this does comes with, it can allow me easily connect to my camera connect app on my phone or to the EOS utility on my laptop, either through the Wi-Fi, or I can decide to use the HDMI port that the camera does come with. So another function that this baby does come with is, of course, it has a flash. So when you're in a really dark place, all you have to do is flip this up away and you're good to go. So as I said earlier, I did get my camera as a kit, so of course it did come with the camera battery of its own. Now moving on, guys, this camera does have digital image stabilization, which is not necessarily in-body image stabilization, but it does work really great with the 15 to 45 mm lens. This does have image stabilization, so it allows me to actually vlog while I'm walking, and things won't look too shaky. Of course, it will be obvious that I'm walking, but it won't look so bad compared to if this didn't have image stabilizer and then I'm just using it with the digital IS. I think it's going to be like really worse. Now the EOS M50 has 24.1 megapixels compared to the phone that I'm recording with right now, which is the Samsung S8 Plus, which has 12 megapixels. This literally has double of what the Samsung S8 Plus has, so my picture quality is better, my video quality is better. This also comes with autofocus. The autofocus of this camera is so freaking sharp. I'm not going to deny that the autofocus of this phone is actually really great too. Like the way it switches autofocus is actually really busting brain. Do you understand? So if the S8 Plus is this good, you can imagine how better the autofocus of this one is. Now let's talk about the recording sizes of this camera. This camera records in 24 frames per second, 30 frames per second, and 60 frames per second, which to an extent, if I wanted to do slow-mo, I think it's a bummer, but you can still manage the 60 frames per second. Now it records in HD at 60 frames per second, Full HD at 24 frames per second, Full HD at 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second. Now, this records 4K in 24 frames per second, which is cool if it didn't come with the crop factor. Now basically the crop factor kind of makes things a bummer. Also, you lose the autofocus function when you are using the 4K on this camera. Now because it does come with 4K, it's kind of mind-blowing. Like I was quite impressed that it did come with 4K, only that it records in 24 frames per second. That's not terrible. It has crop factor, so something that I would naturally record like this, when I turn it into 4K, it crops it in, as you guys can see, and then I have to lose the autofocus. Now it's not that the autofocus is not functional, it's that it now works on contrast basis. So for example, if I'm recording in a place that has so much light, the autofocus won't function so well if there's no contrast, if there's no darkness contrasting what I'm recording. However, if you still want to record in 4K with this camera, you're still good to go. I mean, just imagine it as if you're using a 50mm lens. The only thing also is that you can now change from autofocus to manual focus. So whatever you're recording, for example, as I'm recording this microphone right now, you can see that the place that has the red outline around it is where my camera is focused on, is where the lens is focused on. So when it's out of focus, you will see through focus peaking that it is out of focus, and you can easily make adjustments when necessary. Guys, let me just say that something that I really love about this camera is that it functions really good for photography and for videography. Now, one photography function I find about this camera is that it actually does have food photography function. So for those of you that are food bloggers or food vloggers and you like taking pictures of food, you are good to go with this baby right here. Like I did use it to take a picture of, you know, rice. I think I cooked rice and then I used it to take a picture of the rice. I will see if I can find that image and put it in this video. Guys, it was so clear and so sharp and I was so impressed. So if you're a food vlogger or a blogger, I haven't tried other cameras, so I don't know about those other cameras, but I can tell you that taking pictures of your food with this camera is big. Now let's talk about the lens that this camera does come with. It does come with the 15-45 zoom lens that I actually really like. When I fix this on, it now looks like this. Still very small. Do you guys get what I mean? Still very small, still very handy. Of course, I don't handle it like this. You should not get it twisted. I'm always gripping it here because if this baby falls, doesn't. So I actually like that the lens is actually very small, very compact. Like I said, I can actually put this on my neck and vlog around anywhere. People typically don't notice that I'm vlogging except when I have my microphone on it, but when I don't, I literally can just conceal this, you know, and go on and record, and it's not very obvious that I am recording with this. Now let's move to the cons of this camera. Now this lens is an EFM lens. This is a Canon M50, one of the M series that the Canon launched mirrorless. Now this means that this camera can only take EFM lenses, but if I wanted to use other lenses like the 50mm, like the Sigma 16mm, all I have to do is get myself a lens adapter, fix it to this baby right here, and I can still go on. I'll literally turn it to like a better camera. Do you understand? This is good, this is usable. I've been using this for a long time since I started to, you know, using it. But if I wanted more lens options, like for example, I do have the Sigma 16mm in my head, you know, I can always just get myself a lens adapter and then get the Sigma lens, and then that way I can easily turn this into something greater than it is right now. But even if you're not ready to get yourself a lens adapter yet, this camera will also take the EFM 22mm lens from Canon. However, that 22mm lens is kind of like the 50mm. The only difference is 22mm is an EFM lens, so you don't need a lens adapter for that, while the 50mm is, I think it's an EFS lens, so you actually need to get yourself a lens adapter before you use that. The 22mm is a prime lens too, you know, very wide angle prime lens, doesn't move like the zoom lens where I can actually zoom in, zoom out, you know, where I can actually zoom in and zoom out. The 22mm is just in one place, just like the 50mm lens. Now another thing that is not so cool about this camera is that the battery life is actually quite short. Now for me, it's not really a problem because immediately I got it, I also went ahead to get myself two extra batteries. So if you're getting this camera, your best bet is also to get an extra battery or two immediately, so that you know you can actually move from one thing to the other without worrying or being bothered that your camera battery is going to die at any time soon. All right guys, so we have come to the end of today's video. I personally, you know, with my geekish techish self, I found out that Canon is planning to release more EFM lenses before this year, and I'm really keeping my fingers crossed and hope that this lens, some of these other lenses will also be zoom lenses and prime lenses. I hear they're dropping about between 3 to 5. I'm not really sure of the number, but I hear that they're dropping more EFM lenses, especially for the M series and particularly for the M50 series, because there's also the M50 Mark II coming. So I'm actually I'm quite excited. I won't even lie, I'm quite excited. But for now, this is my mini review of the Canon EOS M50. I hope you guys did find this video useful. Moving forward, I actually plan to do more videos showing you guys the best way that I use this camera for my sit down video or for my vlogs. I actually have like a small trick that I actually installed on this baby girl right here when I use it for my vlogs. I'm going to be reviewing that to you guys in another video. Now if you guys have any video ideas for me on the M50 or on like YouTube content generally, please let me know them in the comments. If you have this baby right here and you found this video useful, please let me know in the comments. If you're planning to buy this baby, please let me know in the comments too. Until I see you guys in my next video, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to join this gang. All you have to do is smash that subscribe button down there and you become a member of this lit gang. Now before you go, I have more videos for you guys to watch at the end screen of this video. Just stay tuned and I'll see you guys in my next video. Remember to be good and be kind. Bye guys.